But yeah, you guys are really in for a treat. They should be starting the race here in no time. I wish I actually had the. Um, I wish I actually had the SRL thing open, which I actually should have got, but that's okay. Um, this will show you probably the most accurate time. I'm watching off both of their streams, just restreaming to my XSplit, so you guys will be able to see everything that goes down. We'll have from their stream perspective. Adam actually has about a 5 second time lead. So his stream is about 5 seconds ahead of Bloody Biscuit. So just keep that in mind. He's not always ahead. Now they're actually starting into the game where we get to spend the first 24 seconds in black screen as we wait for the game to load.
Yeah, load times are a big problem with this game, mainly because, well, they are not as bad as the PSP counterpart, but
Yeah,
I still feel they're fairly inconsistent for a PS3 port.
exactly. And they're right now, they just picked Critical, and they're also picking Aqua, moving into the next, the tutorial phase of the game. We call this Orbs. Shib, do you want to explain Orbs for the people at home?
So basically, the tutorial in this game is to do your Mark of Mastery exam for Master Ericus, or just try and kill these orbs of light in layman's terms as fast as possible. We're not given very good abilities to do this with at the beginning of the game, so mostly you're going to see them trying to get two orbs to collide with one another, which will instantly break them, and then using shot locks for ones that are too far away, and Blizzard and Thunder for higher damage than auto attacks.
Exactly. And right now, as you guys can see, they're going in. Anything below a sub 2 orbs is a pretty good beginning of orbs. I know there are some people that reset before, like if they don't get sub 150. So it's very.
Certain people.
Yeah,
I think there's
yeah,
only one that does
yeah,
that.
only one. But this orbs, it can be very unforgiving. But they can also, I think the fastest orbs time is a 134 or 136. I can't clearly remember. With BB getting done with that one with a 155. Pretty good orbs as Adam. I don't know how far ahead, what time he finished his.
He's going to finish at about 205, so BB's got a pretty solid lead for this part.
Oh,
But
right at the
then
start.
again,
Wow.
this doesn't matter too much. It's just
Yeah.
the orbs.
It's a great start for BB. He had pretty good orbs. 155 is very acceptable. He can move on to the next one, feeling pretty good about himself. 205, Adam might be getting shot. I think anyone that looks at a sub 2 orbs kind of takes a shot to the knee right after the start, especially in this category, to be honest with you. I don't know. How do you
but
feel
record
about it?
has been held with 206 orbs before, so
Yeah,
it's
it's very
still
true.
possible to get a good time.
It's very, very true. It's just not the best way you want to start off on a run.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a little bit of, like, it kind of like worsens your morale a little bit, seeing anything past 2 minutes. Demoralized, couldn't think of the word.
It looks like they're now going to be heading over to Castle of Dreams, the Cinderella world, if you will. This one is pretty much get a couple chests, walk forward, and then you have an escort mission. This one, the first chest they pick up is head off to the left and pick up the fleeting crystal. That's going to be used for melding commands here in the future. As BB will now head up the staircase towards the loading zone to advance in the story and the game. Adam going up the stairs now, just slightly behind about, I want to say, being 5 seconds ahead. He's probably not too far behind, probably about 7 to 8 seconds behind him right now. So,
Not too bad. Yeah, pretty much this part is just movement optimization.
Yeah.
Just cartwheeling and then jumping down to the stairs to grab that chest instead of having to go all the way down.
For the nice little barrier surge, which we're going to use to sell here coming up. Another thing about that movement, we were talking about cartwheels earlier. Actually, when you play this game and you run this game, you realize that mashing square is what the button input is for cartwheel actually isn't the fastest way. Timing it is actually a lot faster. It feels smoother as a player. And I think you drop inputs a lot when you're mashing. So
Yeah.
especially on a PS3, so it doesn't come out as smoothly and quickly. So timing your cartwheels really optimizes your movement and definitely saves some time in the future.
We also saw our first little route difference there. Adam choosing to use the quick blitz to descend the stairs while BB just falls regularly.
Yeah,
It's been debated whether it actually saves time or not, but some people just prefer to do quick blitz.
a lot. I think it actually came down to falling, because I remember BB doing some testing on it, and and it came out faster. Now they're coming up to the first menu of the game. Pretty much, they're going to be equipping all. They're going to be selling the items, a lot of the items that they just had, that they had in their default command deck, and the items that they just picked up, picking up 3 blizzards and what else? The sliding dash, and then equipping EXP 0 and moving on to the Jack escort mission. Um,
Yes. But also, BB only chooses to buy 2 blizzards in this menu and keeps a thunder in his deck, which is something that
Interesting.
I've only seen him do before.
Interesting. That's interesting. I haven't actually seen that before. Actually
You'll,
haven't
you'll
watched.
see
I
a
actually haven't.
lot of differences with BB's menus compared to Adam's throughout the late game as well.
Understandable. I think BB has come down to try to optimize in every which way when it comes to menuing and stuff like that to save time. And he'll now enter into the Jacques escort mission. Pretty much, this whole thing is let Jacques take you where he wants to go. And Shib, you want to explain this a little bit more?
So pretty much, you need to get Jock to the mouse hole on the other end of the room. Three floods will start off spawning. You want to remove 2 of them as soon as possible while getting into Spellweaver, and then push the 3rd one out of his way so that he can progress forward. From that point on, it's up to Jacques. He can choose one of 4 or 5 different paths, which all spawn different enemies. So actually, we got an optimal escort there from Adam, who didn't have to kill any additional unversed. So that's what it would look like. That's what you want to happen.
Yeah, I know that was an excellent job from Adam. Actually catching up in time. He's no longer. I want to say he gained about 3-4 seconds on that one, so he's no longer about 9 seconds behind. He's probably about 5 now, so 5 or 6. So it's a pretty good job from him. They're now going to be entering into curse code. Shib, explain this stupid fight for all the people at home.
So I'm pretty sure they both open with sliding dash. I'm not 100% sure about BB, but you're going to want to get to close to Curse Coach as soon as possible. Then use your blizzards to get into Spellweaver, and then do a full combo on him because the finisher is the only move that holds any hit stun in this game. So upon doing a finisher, he should be stunned, and then you will loop him for about 2 or 3 more or 1 or 2 more combos after that, and then use any remaining blizzards you have to get into Spellweaver and then finish the fight.
All right, and with that, we're actually going to head over to BB's perspective on the curse coach fight. Let's take a listen in on this one. Turn up the sound on it, and see how he does. Excellent job from BB. A 758, pretty good from him. As Adam now will also be finishing up the fight, not too far behind. I want to say he's probably 7 seconds behind at this point. Pretty good job.
He's about 15 almost, actually.
Oh, 15? Whoa.
Yeah, I have see, mine's are, BB is ahead of Adam on mine.
Oh, okay. I see. So, understandable. He's about 5 seconds ahead of BB on mine, so. Remember, guys, Adam is 5 seconds ahead of BB in the timer. He's actually behind on him about 15 seconds now. BB actually having a really, really good run. Now moving on, he's going to be heading on to Dwarf Woodlands for Dragon now. Oh, I love this fight.
Oh no, this is Magic Mirror.
Oh, Magic Mirror! No, that's
Even better.
right. Oh,
Even
how
better.
unfortunate. Oh, how unfortunate that we have to do this fight. Coming into it, he's going to break a far left and get over and get the poison chest, I believe that is. And
Yeah, just gonna do a sliding dash for some movement tech there, save a couple of seconds.
yeah, and he's going to go ahead and pick up the poison chest, and then we're going to get our first brink into Ice cream. Shib, please explain for the people at home what ice cream is. One of the most important items in this game. In
So
this
for this
category.
run, yes, for this run at least, ice cream is used throughout all of the late game. Basically, what it is you need to gather certain ingredients from particular unverse throughout the run, and then in Disney Town you will convert that into Fabricadabra, which one use will get you into Spellweaver, and then another use after that will get you instantly to Spellweaver Finisher. And since that is the most broken thing due to EXP0 being too strong, we kind of spammed that throughout the end game, and that's why level 1 actually turns out to be faster than doing normal crit runs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really glad me and BB one day were like, screw this, we're just being level 1 the entire time, because
Yeah.
this category became a lot easier when we realized that we could just spell weaver everything. And here, actually, we're going to be watching a little bit of movement tech from BB, getting that ledge grab and doing a little sequence break to get this Fission Fiagra. Uh, you're actually not intended to be able to get that until later in the game, but thanks to Aqua's jump height, we can go ahead and ledge grab that and move on forward. As he'll now actually do a menu. I'm not sure what he does here. Oh, he's doing the poison
Yeah.
loop on Magic
He's going to
Mirror.
be on Poison, and BB will be putting on Sleep, but Adam does not do Sleep, so we're going to see different strats for this boss as well, because BB is one of the few runners that actually does Sleep strats for Magic Mirror.
The sleep strat that he actually created and saved probably all runners about a minute if done correctly, because this Magic Mirror does what he wants when he wants, and Sleep kind of controls that somewhat. So this is it's a really interesting strat, but risky to some extent. I don't know the. I've never actually tried the sleep strat. Have you, Shib? Have you practiced it?
I attempted it, learned it for about a day, and I just couldn't get the hang of it, so I stuck with the old strats instead.
Oh, I understand. It is pretty. It is pretty uh, straining, I guess you can say, on it. BB now will be heading into the Magic Mirror fight. Adam not too far behind, probably about 20 seconds now. Um, just off movement alone. And we will actually watch BB and Adam do two different strats for Magic Mirror. We're going to go ahead and listen in, but we're going to watch both of the streams on BB's perspective. Let's see how he does this stream chat. Goes ahead, sleep. He does two blizzards, and then poisons him, stuns him again. Does Fission Fiagra, sliding dash, and then gets into Spellweaver that way. And then he just then from that point he uses sleep and poison to keep Magic Mirror stunned, and then wait for it, stun him again once he breaks out, and then knocks him down to hit him, end him with Spellweaver, and that should end out the fight. That saves about a minute. Meanwhile, Adam is currently on the uh, on the DM phase of Magic Mirror, where he does what he wants when he wants, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and end this fight now. Adam probably about 30 seconds behind here. Hopefully he can shape this up into the next world. Dragon Mount, Goons especially in the Goons fight. Anything can go wrong. You can get hit by anything and get 2 hit because you are level 1. This is critical mode. So anything can happen. BB being up about 45 to 30 seconds right now. Not 100% sure with Adam being about 5 seconds ahead to him on stream right now. But overall, really good fight from both of them. No deaths. That's everything you would want in Magic Mirror because you could just get whapped out of nowhere. And
Yeah, it's very easy to die in that fight. I would also go as far to say that for each of their independent strats, they both had the nearly perfect fights. Like, that's as best as you could hope them to go using the particular strat they were.
exactly. And with BB gaining about 15 to 30 seconds, you can see how much he actually the sleep strats actually hold out, and he doesn't have to sit there and wait while Magic Mirror does his shenanigans against you. All right, so now BB will be heading towards up Enchanted Dominion to go through 2 force fights in this world. Actually, 3 force fights in this world, and that's Goons 1, Goons 2, and then you've also got Dragon Mal, which is Dragon Mal is actually probably the easiest of the two. Things can go wrong because she could just all of a sudden feel like she wants to go fly away, but hopefully all things goes well for the both of the runners, and we have a pretty close run coming up here. BB heading in towards another Moogle, another Kupo. To I don't know what they get in this menu. Shib, would you like to remind me?
You're going to pick up 4 fires, and in Adam's case, 3 magnets. In BB's case, he picks up a 4th magnet, and he chooses to use an extra magnet for this world. I think he's the only runner that currently uses this strat, but you know, I've been saying that for quite a few strats now, so maybe that's possibly part of the reason why he has a world record in this category.
Yeah, exactly. Actually heading into Goons 1 now, after they do the silly little strat.
Oh no!
What happened?
BB's gonna fail his early Ice Barrage first attempt there.
Oh, he did. That's rough.
So
Didn't get the ledge grab.
Adam's chance to grab it here.
He has to wait for the sliding dash to come back up, and that's going to waste a lot of time. Shib, you're actually ahead. So once he gets the Ice Barrage chest, and I'm going to go ahead and restart BB's stream and hopefully resync up the timers and whatnot. There we go. Picked up the Ice Barrage chest with this. There we go, and everything is reloading.
Well, it's an unfortunate death there from Adam.
Definitely.
He was able to get the Ice Barrage early first try, but like we said earlier, the goons are just relentless in this world, so anything can easily kill you, and unfortunately that death will lose him his Ice Barrage, and he will have to reobtain it.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Goons 1 actually not that scary. BB is currently in. It can be unforgiving. I have watched many people. I have died in this fight alone. It is very scary, and sometimes there's one goon that stays off in the back because they still spawn up, even if you with one left. So that's quite unfortunate for Adam. BB getting through Goons 1 pretty flawlessly, as Adam will now be entering Goons 1 himself right now. BB entering into the second fight, a second force fight with goons here after the the Maleficent fight layer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And BB will also had an extra magnet to help control goons during this fight, so it makes it a little bit easier to manage.
Yeah, and,
but also to touch on earlier,
go ahead.
We never really explained Ice Barrage. The Ice Barrage Ice Barrage is not meant to be obtained until you get Air Slide way later in the game. So obtaining Ice Barrage early using the sliding dash like that is actually very another sequence break, and Ice Barrage you will see will do an incredible amount of damage to early game enemies because it's not supposed to be this early in the game.
Definitely. Ice Barrage is very strong. It's a huge AoE spell, and it also it takes a long time to cast, but it fills up your Spellweaver bar, your command style bar greatly, almost 3/4, sometimes to a full bar. So, and BB actually getting through the first room of Goons 2 very quickly, as Adam will now just be entering it now. Looks like BB's going to be doing the slide dash against the goon. Excellent movement tech. We used to climb up there, but that actually saves about 10 to 15 seconds, so good job from BB. Because for some reason on that ledge, Aqua doesn't, if she ledge grabs it, Aqua doesn't like to jump up.
Absolutely not. She just hangs on ledges for what feels like years, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a big thing, a big part about ledge grabs in this. Sometimes Aqua just feels like she doesn't care. She doesn't want to jump up there. There's something dangerous, and she doesn't jump up, and that wastes a lot of time. It actually seems like it takes a long time. And I wonder if I doubt BB's going to go for the Kobe. Yeah, definitely not. He's just going to go for the sliding dash.
No.
That'd be interesting if he did, but then he'd have to hope for a pulsing crystal drop. So As now BB moves on after Goons 2. Excellent job from him. That was downright absolutely perfect. Um,
Yeah, the Goons 2 was very, very well executed for, well, he had to use a couple of ground combos, but honestly, not much time was lost because of those.
yeah, exactly. With Adam now just getting through the second room of Goons 2, uh, he is probably about 1.5 to 2 minutes behind at this point. Kind of rough for him, but he can only. This is Aqua Crit. We still have Gotcha Take That and other fights coming up that can
And many
really
other
screw
things.
you. Um, Now moving forward, BB
Yeah,
will
so
be
we're gonna
heading.
see BB
Go ahead.
doing
Go.
his meld here.
Yeah.
I just explained this. He's gonna be making a Blizzara out of 2 Blizzards and then 2 Magneras. He'll be using, I believe, all magnets so that he can keep his thunder, while Adam will have to sacrifice his thunder to meld with one of his magnets in order to get Magnera. They're going to be attaching fleeting crystals to all 3 of these melds in order to obtain magic hastes, which will make their spells reload faster, allowing them to cast quicker for the rest of the game. And then right after that, they'll be equipping high jump and then entering the fight.
Excellent. Also, and here we go.
Thank
BB.
you, Roxas is light for subscribing, dude.
Oh, and BB got a subscriber. Good
Continuing
for
your
him.
subscription.
Let me go ahead turn down the stream. I didn't expect him to speak. Going into Dragon Mal, explain this fight. I hate this fight. This fight is dumb. Everything about this fight is really, really stupid. Because you could just get stomped on out of nowhere if you're just a little bit too close to her tail, too close to her hind leg, and it's quite unfortunate. So, explain what is going on. BB is now in Dragon Maleficent.
So we're going to stand behind her during this fight because none of her attacks can hit you from the back unless you get way too close to her leg. Her stomp hitbox is kind of wonky. It can make contact. The only problem that high-level runners have with this fight is that sometimes Dragon Maleficent decides to skip her second fire phase and fly off early. I'm not sure what causes that. I don't know if it's been discussed at all. But basically, he's had his spells set up so that he's going to just get into Spellweaver and kill her before she's able to take off. Much like he just saw.
Excellent.
If she does take off and you hold your Spellweaver, you can lose about 30 seconds. But if you end up using your Spellweaver, you can lose way more time.
Yeah, that was a really, really good.
Yeah, they both got good patterns going so far. We'll see if Adam gets the fire skip on accident or not.
Yeah. It looks like he's probably on the path to it. She hasn't started firing yet. She's still stomping. So this is going to be a pretty good Dragon Mal. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a pretty good. Oh, she flew away.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, she flew away, folks.
That's very unfortunate, and he didn't hold his Spellweaver. He did use it. If he were to hold it there, then he could use it when he landed on her back after the reaction command. But it looks like he'll get the kill with the reaction command.
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't blame him though. I did not expect her to fly away. Thanks, Dragon Mal.
Yeah, if you're at your second Spellweaver finisher and she hasn't started doing her second fire yet, then it's more likely that she's going to skip it.
Yeah, well, at least he was able to kill her with the reaction command, so that was pretty cool. Pretty swag finish. As now BB will be heading towards the Mickey fight. This fight is pretty simple. It used to be pretty tough back then, back in the early days of this category. Because there was a lot of random things, and that we had to worry about mandrakes a lot more than we do now. But mandrakes still can like nearly one-hit you at this point, so they're still a threat, and you have to really be careful of where they are. You have to be kind of aware on where all the enemies are when you're doing this force fight coming up, because if you don't get a mandrake, there's a blade right in your ass, and you'll have nothing but no health, and you don't have any way to heal yourself until later on in the game. You don't have any potions, you don't have any cures on you. In the speed run, we're going out for straight up damage and bringing all the risk with us.
Another point to make about this fight is newer runners have a lot of trouble with Mickey stealing kills, and if he takes too many kills in this fight, your fires will not reach level 2, and you won't be able to do the fire meld that we need to do before Trinity Armor. But I don't think BB and Adam should have problems with it. From what I've seen, they're both very consistent at getting their fires leveled in this fight.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but that was excellent positioning from BB. Getting right in the middle, the smack dab in the middle of the mandrakes and got all 5 of them. Excellent job, and getting level 2 fire, so he doesn't have to go back and level them up to, and that wastes a little bit of time. That usually can waste up to a minute, depending on what kind of EXP was taken from Mickey.
Yeah, missing that normally requires you to grab the mine chest like he is, and then leaving through the loading zone, killing mandrakes, and then going back into the loading zone before you can finally meld.
Yeah, to do your meld. The mine square is actually going to be very important. What's his meld he's doing? He's making a Fyra.
Just a Fyra, yep. A Fyra with a fleeting for my magic haste, and then equipping Fyra and mine square.
And what magic haste does, it makes all of your magic spells in your command deck have shorter cooldowns, so you can actually use more abilities over time. That mine square is actually going to be quite important in this upcoming fight, I believe so? Or do we not use it anymore on Trinity Armor?
No, it's used.
Okay, yeah.
Mine Square is very important for almost every fight after Trinity Armor, because it's the only spell you can use while in Spellweaver that will not cause you to go into Blade Charge.
Alright, and now we're heading into the stupidest fight in probably the entire game. Trinity Armor. Shib, please explain Trinity Armor to these people at home. This fight is stupid, and it can really, really screw you sometimes.
So basically, he's gonna dodge roll forward here, cartwheel, and then ice barrage the legs in order to get hopefully a full bar of Spellweaver. Sometimes it comes up a little short. Then he's going to Mind Square and Magnera until he gets his finisher, and then use the finisher and try to get as much damage in as he can before Trinity Armor returns to the center to do his Mega Laser. Sometimes you get a bad pattern and he's like spawns, or when he's done dashing he's already near the middle, and that will cause the fight to go a little array. But yeah, I'll wait here until he gets the kill. Well, the break apart. So then Trinity Armor breaks apart here, and you're going to use your Spellweaver to get rid of his arm and then just leave the head. The head goes invincible, and it'll give you those very scary lasers which can easily kill you if you don't get your guards off. And then a nice little strat I enjoy here is standing underneath the head while he does Mega Laser. You're actually not able to be hit by it, and you can safely cast your spells, and once again get your Spellweaver finisher in order to finish off the fight.
Yeah, a big thing about this is, a big scary thing about this is that Trinity Armor could actually kill you with an invisible laser.
Oh yeah.
Adam has a highlight on his channel on Adam Timothy 0 of him getting killed by an invisible laser out of nowhere. That can happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. If you mistime your cartwheel, you're dead. That fight can be really, really scary. But according to Biscuit047, number 2 on the leaderboards, the fight is actually pretty consistent, which I can actually see that if everything goes according to plan and if the strat is done perfectly, you will have yourself a pretty consistent Trinity Armor. So good job from BB. That looked actually very, very solid. Now moving on, he'll actually be entering into probably the absolute dumbest fight in all of the Kingdom Hearts series. And I'm not talking like it's dumb as in it is stupid, it will kill you in any second, as in it is probably the worst programmed wise. This is the worst built fight in the game. The fact that this Vanitas 1 fight is a thing, it still blows my mind, as Adam's getting through Trinity Armor. So, Shib, do you want to be the one to explain what Vanitas 1...
Well, you know the strat for this one, you can take it if you'd like, or I could explain it.
Oh, I know the strat. Somewhat. As DBull620 actually said in the chat, you spin me around and around. That's exactly what we're going to be doing to Vanitas 1. A lot of people didn't know, but Vanitas 1 is not immune. He's immune to a few things, but the one thing he is not immune to is Magnet. And early on, if you keep on looping him with Magnet, you could slowly kill him. And timing that with Ice Barrage and Mind Square in between, you can actually keep him locked into place. As BB throws up a magnet, but he dodges it, which is a huge risk, which can happen in the beginning of the fight, and he could kill you if you're not paying attention. What he'll do here is actually magnet, and then use Ice Barrage to force himself into Spellweaver, and then to get the Spellweaver finisher, he's going to magnet, air combo him twice, and then get Spellweaver, and then he's free to use his skills against him. So what he's basically going to be doing is using Magnet, throwing up a Mind Square or Ice Barrage, and if he doesn't have either of those available, he's going to do one Fire and maybe a air combo, and use Magnet again to keep him in the air. Wait for him to get down to about 3/4 HP, which he is now, and then finally use the Spellweaver finisher to finish him off after using a Magnet, which ensues a quick and easy Vanitas 1 death and a really dumb looking fight.
It was a very good fight. It was besides the one dodge from the magnet in the beginning, and it looks like Adam's going to get trolled by that one dodge here as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just something that happens. Like all you can do to adapt to it is dodge an attack and try to get him caught in another magnet as soon as possible.
Exactly. That is just one of his mechanics. He has the ability to dodge attacks, and if he just happens to dodge a magnet, all of the outer sources, like the hidden abilities of Magnet, which the hidden ability is it sucks things in. If he dodges it, all of the hidden abilities are washed away. So he is immune to it until you use another Magnet, and hopefully he doesn't dodge that one, because if he does, which is possible, is really unfortunate and dumb.
And unfortunately, this early in the game, you do not have second chance once more, so you're able to die pretty easily from Vanitas 1 if he just feels like not getting caught in magnets.
Yeah, exactly. And as now BB will be heading into deep space, explain this first fight. Well, this first fight is just really get to Spellweaver and use it. This is actually a big... you start to notice a big difference in your damage in this comparatively to the... comparatively to the other worlds, because this one has battle level differences, and they have higher defense bonuses, and they take more hits, I guess you can say. They have more HP.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a pretty quick fight from BB. Good job from him. Moving on to the next fight here.
Yeah, it's a very important menu actually before deep space as well. Some people forget to equip these fires, and not having them leveled is actually a pretty big hindrance, because you can't do your meld after the bike minigame.
Exactly.
So you'll have to delay it, which is never a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. You've got a very, very valid point. Moving on.
We'll see Adam about to start his force fight here. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll go as quickly, because BB does have, again, his extra thunder that he never had to meld with, so it makes his fight go a little bit faster.
Exactly.
And then he's off to the greatest part of the run.
Yay.
The most consistent, the least deadly part of the run.
Yeah, well, don't listen to Shibmeister. He's a liar. This is probably the most deadly and the least consistent part of the entire run here. Gotcha Take That, as we like to call it, or the Deep Space Bike minigame, or whatever you want to call it. We call it Gotcha Take That for two specific reasons, because the only two lines that Aqua is programmed to say during this minigame is Gotcha Take That during her attacks in this game, and it is queued up to say it every time you attack. So all you hear is gotcha, gotcha, take that, gotcha, gotcha, take that. And we're actually, after Adam get done with it, is now done with that force fight, we're gonna go ahead and do a listen in on Gotcha Take That. You guys have fun for about a minute and a half.
Oh man, this part of the run.
It's so dumb.
BB taking. Oh, uh-oh.
Alright, so that's one thing that can happen in this. If you get hit, you're down to 1 HP. If you get hit again, you're dead. The nice thing about this minigame is that if you pick up 1 health orb, you're at full HP again. It's very convenient and nice in this. But it is still very, very scary because you can get comboed out and instantly die sometimes if you're not able to manage all of the enemies in front of you.
So BB going to 1 HP there for a little bit, but it looks like he'll be able to recover and hopefully finish this.
Yeah. So I hope you guys understand the gist of why we call it Gotcha Take That. I'm going to go ahead and mute this because I don't want to hear it anymore. And I'm sure you guys don't either. Actually, yeah, you do. I'm just going to keep it going. But I'm going to keep on talking as Adam will now actually be going into it. A lot of people,
really.
I believe my first run of it took me 25 minutes to get through this because I wasn't used to it. It's very, very odd, and you're very awkward. That bike doesn't control well. It's set up to control for a PSP on a PS3, and it doesn't work very well at all. There's some nice little tricks you can do, like if you queue up a charge and attack while midair, you'll actually stay that altitude, so you can actually adjust your camera and sort. There's certain aspects people like to do. It's all preference in this part of the run. But overall, that was a pretty good mini game from BB, as we'll now be going through this quote unquote force fight. It's a force fight because of the fact that it doesn't let you use the transporter until all the enemies are in the room are destroyed. You can actually leave the room and go do bike mini game again, but why would you want to do that?
Also to note, these jellyfish are very deadly.
Yep.
If you do not get them caught in a magnet and 3 of them come at you at once, you will die instantly.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, fortunately, Adam has not died during his bike minigame, but unfortunately, the Unverse were not very aggressive, and they tend to stay on the other side of the arena, so it causes a slow fight. It takes a long time. Like with BB's, he was in danger having them on top of him, but he could also kill them fast. With Adam, it's just they're on the other side, and he doesn't want to go over there to bring the danger to him, so it just forces him to wait it out.
Alright, and as now BB will be heading into the Stitch the Stitch Force fight. Pretty simple fight, just to nearly end the world. All we have to do now after this fight is head over to what's his face, Gantu?
No, that's not till later. He'll just be grabbing ice cream.
I know that, but I'm saying
okay.
this will unlock the fight of Gantu. But actually, we're actually going to leave this world after we pick up ice cream from this world. We talked about ice cream earlier in Dwarf Woodlands, and pretty much ice cream is all these Unverse drop ingredients for Fabricadabras. We call them ice cream. Drop ice cream ingredients for Fabricadabras, which ensues lets us force out Spellweaver in under 4 seconds. It's the most used item in the game in the run.
Definitely the most useful, yes.
Yeah, and it is definitely fantastic.
So instead of finishing the world here, he's just going to warp out of that save point and return to the other one because it's faster than traveling across the world.
Exactly.
And then just grabbing the ice cream from these guys. There's 3 ice cream drops throughout the game we have to do. The one in Dwarf Woodlands, the one here, and then the one in Olympus Coliseum.
Fizzy Tizzy, some cream fluff, and berry melon. That's all we need. We're moving on. As now BB will be getting to the save point, heading over to Olympus Coliseum, as Shib said, and going to be doing the longest force fight in the game. Adam getting done with the opening Stitch Force. Yeah,
pretty long.
Adam getting done with the Stitch Force fight. Going to be doing the same thing as BB did, leaving the world, coming back through the other save point to get the ice cream drops. It's the only way that it's consistent. You could leave that room and go back, but there's a possibility the ice cream won't spawn. So you'd have to, for consistency, you leave the world, come back, and the ice cream will always spawn in the same spot in the back of the room of the Stitch Force fight. Now in the Hercules Olympus Coliseum first fight, this is actually the longest Force fight in the game. And pretty much it's Force Spellweaver and use it a lot. Force out Magnet Spellweavers, Magnet Ice Barrages to do a massive amount of damage, and then force out Spellweaver as soon as possible. I think BB actually has a strat where he doesn't use it right away, and he, oh yeah, he kind of does. He just waits for the next wave to spawn. And
yeah, he holds it for the triple bruisers.
Yeah, and essentially what he's doing is just killing them as fast as possible. This is the fastest way to do it, using Magnet Ice Barrage to force out Spellweaver, and then using air combos and abilities to get Spellweaver, and using it almost immediately or when triple bruisers spawn to end the fight as fast as possible. The longest I got quiet.
Force fight?
Yeah, longest force fight in the game diminished to about 40 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, BB got a little trolled there by two different unversed who didn't get caught in his magnets, but he was able to recover fairly well. And then, right after the force fight, he'll be going over the exit behind him and obtaining ice cream.
Yeah.
So old strats actually called for killing unversed before spawning the ice cream ones, and then using a full Spellweaver finisher on them. New strats are just to get to Spellweaver finisher while hitting the ice cream unverse, and then leaving after that. But this saves a little bit of time from farming the ice cream, but in turn you get less than 99, which is completely fine, but you also are not going to have Cartwheel level 4 for endgame, which has made the endgame fights a little bit more tricky in recent runs.
When did we stop getting Cartwheel level 4? To be honest.
I'm not sure when that started. I know it's been a thing for a while. I honestly haven't done it in my most recent PV though, so I'm not the best person to ask about that. Biz might know though if he's in chat.
Yeah, Biz, please let us know about the cartwheel thing. Adam actually opted to not go for the ice cream and go straight into the rounds. He's gonna go ahead and pick it up. I don't know if that's a preference thing, or does that make sure you don't get cartwheel level 4, right? I mean, that makes sure you do get cartwheel level 4.
Well, Adam used to do the games first, the rounds first, and then go get ice cream so that he could see if he needed to kill things for cartwheel level 4.
I think that's what he's doing now.
Yeah, like I was about to say, I don't know if he's still going to do that, or if
I think that he's doing a backup. I think he's doing something safe so he doesn't die, or something like that. I think he's doing it.
Yeah, he might be doing safety strats to get cartwheel level 4 because he doesn't want to chance final fights with level 3.
I understand. I think he's only been re-practicing the game for about 2-3 days now, so I can understand if he's feeling a little bit uneasy.
Yeah, I'll probably be getting cartwheel level 4 on my race later. Like, I'm still not comfortable with level 3, unfortunately.
Understandable. It is quite risky, and you actually have... It takes a lot of practice, man. It really does.
Yeah, it's just something I haven't practiced enough, otherwise I would be fine with it. It just requires you to guard Final Vanitas' attacks instead of trying to out-cartwheel them.
Yeah.
And then you actually have to pay attention to Break's DM.
So, one thing we didn't actually get into, once you enter the tournament, there's 10 rounds, and basically what you do is, all you want to do is get the Spellweaver finisher, and then for the rest of the rounds, you want to use Magnet Ice Barrage, because that will one-hit all of the enemies that you'll get. And
that's pretty much it. And then round 10 is to use the Spellweaver.
The only reason we use Spellweaver on that round specifically is because it's a bunch of flying mushrooms. And if those things touch you, you're dead. And you literally have, I think, maybe 3 frames to cartwheel away, or else you're getting whacked in the face by a flying mushroom, and you're dead. So basically what we came up with, All right, we're just gonna hold Spellweaver for as long as we can, and wait for the last round and use it the first frame we can. So that is probably the most optimal and fastest way to get through that fight, because on the earlier rounds, if you use Spellweaver and if you use Spellweaver a little late and you kill all the enemies, maybe like 3 frames into your Spellweaver, you have to sit through the entire Spellweaver for the round to end. Yeah.
End up losing time like that. So we're going to see BB heading into Disney Town, choosing not to do the buy menu just yet. He'll probably wait till he returns to Olympus. And Adam not choosing to do it either. I thought both of them would do it there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just going to head to Disney Town, turn in the ingredients to Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I think their names are.
Yeah, I don't fucking dude. This is Donald Duck's kids. I don't care.
Donald Duck's nephews, I think. I'm not sure.
Picks up the Fabric Cadavers. Moving on into the Fruit Ball minigame, which is a nice little. How long is this thing? Like a
it's 3 minutes, but you get about a 1.5-minute break, depending on how fast you get to like 15 points, and you just want to walk away.
Yeah, basically, you can actually just get 15 points and just like lay down the controller and do whatever you want for about a 1.5 minutes. Yeah, this is you're going against 3 unverse in a game of volleyball with fruit. I mean, hold on to your seats, kids.
Wait, did Adam just go to deep space?
I don't know. He did by accident. Muscle memory.
Oh, no.
He did, but muscle memory. He went to deep space. I guess he won't have to do that cutscene again. That's rough.
So, well, BB here in Fruit Ball, he got 76 Fabric Cadavers, I'm pretty sure, so that's more than enough to finish the game.
Definitely. You could get through the game with about, I want to say 50.
Maybe even less. I don't think it's even required to have that much if you have good fights.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
Suddenly, Fruit
for
Ninja.
most new runners, you're going to want to obtain level 4 Cartwheel and 99 to try and get through.
Yeah. Essentially, once it gets to about a 1.5 minutes, little nets spawn in the middle, and for some reason, Unverse have a very hard time hitting over them, so you don't really have to worry about anything. They probably, I've actually lost Fruit Ball, and that's 3 minutes just gone, just wasted.
Well, Adam not only got 42 ice cream, but he also just melted his fires and received Raging Storm.
Oh, this is probably the worst possible outcome you could ever get for Adam Timothy Zero. It's very, very unfortunate.
Raging Storm, for those who don't know, we need to melt 2 fires in a wellspring in order. It's part of our second chance once more combo melts that we do. So you hope to get a Fire Aga, and then you just leave that in your deck. It's a single command slot, not that big of a deal. You can also use it later on Final Vanitas. But there's a random chance that you'll receive Raging Storm, which takes up 2 command slots, so you have to work around that when doing your endgame menus. And it's also a useless spell on level 1. It does terrible damage and gives you no iframes, so it just doesn't help you out in any way. But you have to leave it in.
Do you have once more?
Yes, you still get the ability because you meld it with the Wellspring. So as long as you have your Newell Barrier and your Raging Storm in your deck, then you get second chance once more. But yeah, that's why it's required. Otherwise, we wouldn't bother.
Holy crap, dude! BB is trying really hard in Fruit Ball.
Yeah, he's going for Fruit Ball World Record right now, I think.
What is Fruit Ball World Record?
41 or 42, I believe.
Dude, he's got a score like.
Nah, he's not gonna hit it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Normally you can get like 15. I've gotten 12 once and laid down the controller and I won. You don't have to do much.
18 before and came back and it was tied.
Oh.
So it went into overtime.
Fantastic. Yeah, and usually that's a nice 1.5 minutes, 45, where you can just kind of relax. It's a nice little break from the run, but I think BB just wants to keep the fingers warmed up and ready to go. Adam, I give him props right now for getting such an unfortunate part of the run so far. getting just the short end of the stick, really. And if he wins this, yo.
Yeah, it'll be. Well, world record does have Raging Storm in it.
Really?
Yes.
I've never actually watched world record of this game, so that's actually very interesting to me.
So even though BB's held a pretty solid lead, endgame is the really
Endgame.
only thing that matters. So it's anybody's game still. We're gonna see BB doing his buying here in Olympus. He's gonna pick up. I believe he only gets 4 ignites, and then he's gonna get 2 cures, an Esuna, and a barrier, so that he can do his melding.
Exactly.
Alright, and BB no Raging Storm.
Yeah, he got Fiaga once more, and that goes ahead and frees up a command slot in which Adam does not have now that he has Raging Storm. Very unfortunate for Adam. Well, now as Adam is going through this, let's see how far he is. He's only 2 seconds left in Fruit Ball. It's going to be really hard for him to catch up, but there's. It's still endgame. There's still a lot of things that can go wrong. There's still hope that Adam can come back and just kind of surprise everyone with a crazy victory, because Aqua crit, for how consistent BB is making it look, is still very scary and unforgiving. Especially like with second chance and once more, you have more of a window, I guess you can say. The forgiveness barrier is still there, but it's still very scary. And now this fight against Zach, explaining what's going on there, Shib.
So basically for Zach, you're just going to want to open up with an Ignite, and then use 2 Ice Creams Spellweaver, and then Ignite, and then 2 Ice Creams Spellweaver. The only problem is Zach can, if he gives you a bad pattern, he can jump away from you right before you cast your Spellweaver, and that will ruin the 2 cycle. You'll have to do a 3rd Spellweaver in order to finish him off, but BB didn't have that problem.
Yeah, good job from him, keeping it pretty consistent here.
Seeing Adam doing his buys and then melds, and then he'll enter the Zach fight, and BB is going to head on over back to Deep Space now to finish up that world.
Yeah. We're gonna actually
Oh wait, what am I thinking about? He says
he
Hades
still
and Ice Colossus.
yeah, he still needs to do Ice Colossus and Hades. With him going into this fight, we're gonna go ahead and take a look on how BB does this fight. Pretty. This fight is dumb. I can say that about every fight in this game. I will call every fight in this game dumb, because it is pretty dumb. This fight really determines on what Hades wants to do and not what you want to do. It's kind of depressing. The optimal way you want it is Hades to go close to Ice Colossus, so you can get Ice Colossus' leg and Hades at the same time with 1 Spellweaver after using 2 Fabricadabras. And that, I think, with BB, oh nice, he did. Oh, that's very interesting what he did. Hades started moving the wrong way, and BB hit him once to force him towards Ice Colossus' leg again. Oh, and
BB will manipulate him until he gets a good pattern. That's something that he does for this boss.
I see, and it looks like that's exactly what he's getting right now. Just barely missing out, not killing Hades and Ice Colossus yet. And it looks like he's just going to go by, oh, and he's going to kill them both! What an excellent fight!
Very, a little risky there, because Hades is very more likely to DM if Ice Colossus has been downed, and he did kill Ice Colossus before he was able to get into his last Spellweaver, so he's lucky he didn't get a DM there.
Yeah, very, very good job. Very risky, but that looked really nice. The object of that is that you have to kill both of those, and the fact that he got both of them with 1 spell, with 3 Spellweavers is really, really good. So, good job from him. Moving on to the dual screen perspective.
See if Adam can get through this fight without any DMs while BB heads on to Deep Space.
Yeah, exactly.
Hades DM isn't really dangerous, it's just a time waster since he's invulnerable during the whole thing. It's easy to dodge, it's like, you also have second chance once more, it's just the time loss is the only issue.
Exactly. As BB now will be heading towards the Gantu fight.
You get to see nice little movement tech with some sliding dashes in this room, and then some anti-gravity jumps.
This room is really interesting. You have to activate a button in this room to release the gravity, and all your jumps become floaty, and you're able to get great height and use sliding dashes and attacks to force Aqua where you want her to go. And
unfortunately, Adam did get a DM in his Hades fight.
Man, this is just not. It's not his day. He got the short end of the stick. It's very unfortunate, but him finishing up the Ice Colossus fight. Good job from him.
Right as BB hits into Gantu as well.
Adam being about 3.5 minutes behind right now. There's still a lot of things he can catch up on. This is Aqua Crit, of course, so anything can happen and will happen. If there's a will, there's a way. It's Aqua Crit. Gantu is pretty interesting. Go ahead and explain this fight for the people at home there, Shib.
So BB uses poison strats on Gantu, which is doing sort of like ignite strats like Zac, but using poison instead since Gantu is immune to ignite. So poison and Spellweaver. Only thing is Gantu is a lot more dangerous than Zac. He can have different sorts of patterns. He'll do a short swipe if you're near him, which can put you at 1 HP. And he can sometimes charge while you're in Spellweaver. So if your second Spellweaver doesn't kill him, you might die if you're at 1 HP. But BB getting a pretty good fight there, and Stitch doing enough damage for him to finish him in 2 cycles.
Commentary. I'm typically not like this, but
yeah, I believe even with 2 poisons and 2 Spellweavers, it's not guaranteed to kill. You're still reliant on Stitch's damage. I think that's the case. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'd like not to distract myself.
BB, I don't know what kind of pace he's on right now, but this has actually been a very, very solid run from his. I haven't seen, the only mess up I've seen so far is the accidental sliding dash, like her not getting this ledge grab on Ice Barrage chest. Other than that, this run has been very, very solid from BB, where Adam, on the other hand, has gotten every bad luck charm you can get in this game. He walked underneath some ladders before he decided to play this game.
More often, but I can't.
Quite interesting.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. As he'll now move, as now BB will move through Neverland, and basically the whole idea of this world is walk straight, and you'll end up where you need to be. If you notice, BB actually just kind of follows the path the game gives you, and you end up in the boss fight in this world. There's only one fight you have to do, and that's Vanitas 2. And now Vanitas is, I believe Vanitas can no longer be magneted in this fight. Can get magneted.
No, he cannot.
Yeah, so there's a different strat for it. And at Olympus, we picked up BB did some shopping at the Kupo shop, at the Moogle shop, and picked himself up some ignites. And ignites are one of the most efficient ways to kill Vanitas 2, because
I guess I can explain that.
Vanitas has his dodge mechanic that we were talking about earlier. He can actually dodge the hits of your Spellweaver pretty consistently and really quickly, so a lot of your damage doesn't register down on the Vanitas of Spellweaver. So essentially what we want to force out is his DM, because when Vanitas is in his DM, he's still able to get hurt. He doesn't have any invincibility frames, and he dives underneath the ground and pops up, and he has to take any damage that's coming out for him. So basically what BB is going to do here is force out Vanitas 2 into his DM using ignites, and just kind of dodging his attack and using counterblast to hurt him, and using Fiagras as well to kind of ignites mainly to force down his HP and get all that nice little red life going for Vanitas 2, to get him to the point to where he DMs, and all BB has to do is use Spellweaver once or twice and finish off the fight pretty quickly. As now he'll be heading over to Vanitas 2. As I said before, Neverland is pretty much a straight line, and you'll end up in your boss fight.
Yeah, it used to be a strat to just spam Ignite and hope to kill him in your Spellweaver, but the strat is actually now to count your Ignites, so after 10 hit stuns from Ignite, he will the DM. And BB actually does a strat that keeps him underground while he Spellweavers. So I think that's might be a little more consistent. Don't know if I've seen anybody else do that. But yeah, Vanitas can also dive one time, come out, back up, and then start dodging. So if that happens, it's usually unfortunate, and you'll have to do another Spellweaver or some Ignites or something to finish him off.
Exactly.
Since there are so many games now.
I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn down Baby just a little bit because he's laying down into his commentary. Alrighty. Go ahead, Shib. Explain what's going on. I think you're in sync with me with BB's stream.
So yeah, basically just trying to get your Ignites off, and if it doesn't hit stun him, then it doesn't count. Every time you do get one, you add one to your counter. So maybe I'm sure he's keeping count in his head. Besides that, you're gonna want to dodge around like cartwheels, moves. You can, if you get hit, you can renewal barrier to replenish your HP, but his lightning is not blockable. So then after 10, he's going to jump like that, and then see BB trails him along so that he never comes back up, and he doesn't get the opportunity to end his DM before he dies.
Yeah, and actually BB was actually counting out loud how many Ignites he was getting. So right at 10, right when he got the 10, he activated Spellweaver, and then just started, he held forward to force Vanitas to follow him, and he got hit by every hit of Spellweaver and ended the fight very quickly. Quick fight, not too many dodges. You didn't really have to worry about too many dodges.
Very good fight.
I think he probably used maybe 16 Ignites, something like that. So,
which is a low count still. I've had him dodge for like a minute straight before.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. And a really, really good fight, as now BB will be heading towards the final fights of the game. This is a really good run for him right now. Holy cow.
Yeah, he's on pretty good pace. I wonder if I don't believe he has his splits open, so I'm not sure if he's ahead or behind, but
he does
I
not.
don't know. Like, this has been a pretty solid run so far, and he's been de-rusting with consistent 108, 109 times.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
He did get a couple 110s today, I think, though.
Interesting. As now Adam will be heading into Vanitas 2, and it will be doing the same thing as he was before. Let's see what let's see if he can get a really, really good Vanitas 2 and catch up somewhat and close this time gap that they've got going on right now.
Yes, there are Terra and Vin critical mode speedruns.
Playing a little risky here, taking a couple of hits. I do want to see if Adam does the technique where he trails Vanitas along during his DM, though, because I haven't seen him do that before, and it seems like the optimal way to do the fight.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open up his stream on our stream as large as we can, and actually watch Adam do this fight, as BB will kind of be heading towards the final fights. We have to spend about 4 minutes kind of running around, 4 minutes to 3.5 kind of running around and just kind of skipping cutscenes. I think it's like 17 cutscenes or something like that we have to skip.
Yeah, that's a good amount in the end game.
Yeah, in endgame, this is where they're like, all right, story time. So we have to actually kind of fight through it.
So Adam got a pretty decent fight. He didn't really have to trail him along there because, unfortunately, because the Vanitas was dodging so many Ignites, he was way past the kill zone for one spell dive. So he was easily able to kill him with his Spellweaver. He didn't have to worry about him getting out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably stupid to, yeah,
and now with BB heading into Keyblade Graveyard, we are going to be seeing the last 2 fights of the game. Original Burrito, aka Brig, and Final Vanitas.
So, anybody who's played this game
and also some cool movement tech here.
Yeah.
A lot of people might not have known that you can actually skip the tornadoes in the next room.
Yeah, A big thing about this, these tornadoes are really dumb, like everything else that I say in this game.
They're like super fast.
Coming up, these tornadoes inside are unverse, but a nice little thing that Axens and everyone else in this game, well, mainly Adam, I guess you would say, and other people kind of discovered, if you follow along the trail, there's only one tornado at each time that will follow you, and if you, once you get close and get close to their shadow, they aggro on you, and what you can do is just head towards the next tornado, and the tornadoes don't overlap, so you can just basically block each tornado with each other and just kind of make a line all the way straight through into the final room before final fights.
Right there, that actually counts.
He's getting off that last sliding dash there before going into the menu to get as much distance as possible.
Yeah.
And then he'll be equipping a pretty standard deck for the final fights here. The 2 cures for safety because these fights are very scary.
Yeah. As Adam now will be dealing with a raging storm in the way. It looks like he's going to have to go with just 1 cure, which is kind of risky, but at the same time not too bad.
Unless he decides to do another menu and take out that... Well, actually, yeah. He might have to do another menu now to get rid of his sliding dash. I know he normally goes into final fights with sliding dash on, though.
We'll have to see, because in final fights you don't need it. And now Bloody Biscuits will be heading into Braig, Original Burrito, in the final fights. We're going to go ahead and do a listen-in. Shib, go ahead and explain. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the volume on BB's stream. Go ahead and explain. What is Braig? What do we have to do in this fight, my friend?
Well, alright, so it looks like there's my answer. I was waiting to see which strat he was going for, and he's sitting on the Peter Pan D-Link here. Let's see if he's going to activate. Yep, there he goes. So, BB's going to go for Peter Pan strats here. It's a riskier strat, but if you get a proper pattern for it, then it's definitely the optimal way to do the fight. Basically, he needs him to go in the air, so then he can air combo him to fill up the Peter Pan command style gauge. And now he's got Sword Bill, so he's just going to, you know, block some attacks and cartwheel around until Bragg goes in the center there. And
alright, here we go.
then once he goes for the DM, he's going to activate Sword Bill. And just watch.
Oh my lordy jeez.
And then that happens.
Damn, he
That's
pulled it
the
off.
end of the fight.
He pulled it off. Good job.
So that's Peter Pan's finisher mixed with the broken EXP 0 aspects of BBS HD. You're supposed to press X to activate Sword Bill and then mash X as fast as you can to try to get hits off. But turns out that if you just activate Sword Bill and hold down X, it just registers a ridiculous amount of inputs, and so you can one-shot bosses much like that.
Yeah, that is the infamous Peter Pan strat. That's the strat that everyone wants to go for, but it's scary because sometimes it doesn't work, and good job from BB taking the risk and just running a mile with it. That was fantastic. Good job from him. Final Vanitas fight. Vanitas, explain this. Go for it.
Basically, it's just a terrible fight. You want to get into Spellweaver, and then Spellweaver much like this while Vanitas is diving. I see BB trailing him along again. So, I actually haven't seen that in this fight. So, you want to only Spellweaver when he's doing his dive DM like that, or when he's DMing in the center of the room. Other than that, the old strat was to just cartwheel around and wait. Because you had cartwheel level 4, you had all invincibility frames, like you were completely safe just cartwheeling around the room. But with cartwheel level 3, he actually has to time his guards and react to whatever Vanitas happens to be doing. Otherwise, he could easily get killed. Even with second chance once more, it's easy to die in this fight. But it looks like VB will close that up right there with the final DM. Finishing with a 108.44 and a very solid run.
Yeah.
Only about
30 seconds
28
off.
seconds?
Yeah, 28 seconds off of his PB. And Adam now actually heading into final fights into Braig right now. We're going to go ahead and head on over to his side of the perspective, finishing up fights here. Not too far behind. I want to say he caught up.
Yeah, he definitely closed some of the gap, I feel like. And Adam does a different thing for his Peter Pan strats. He does one Spellweaver and then
World record is
activates the Peter
108.16.
Pan
That was an
to
insane run.
ensure he gets the kill with it. So hopefully he'll be able to fill up the D-Link right here. He shouldn't have a problem though. Yep, there he goes, getting Sword Bill. So he should activate it a little bit earlier than when BB does though. He's going to activate it when Bray goes to the center of the room instead of when he's doing the DM, right there. And he had to do a little pause buffer, and there goes the damage. Unfortunately, though, did not finish the fight.
That is the risk of this fight, but he's gonna go ahead and finish it off there. Quick Fabricadabras to end it off. Still a lot of damage, a lot less damage. You can tell from the difference of how much damage BB got on in the amount of time than Adam did. They got on a nice chunk of damage, 2 bars for Adam, but you could see the DPS that Adam had comparatively to BB's was very, very much slower. So that was a really, really good backup, and saved it because that could actually all go awry, and he has to wait through another until he DMs again sometimes. So really good save. Good job from him.
And so Adam is now entering Final Vanitas. This fight may be a little more risky for him because I haven't seen him do the tailing him along strats like BB has, and that actually looks like it's beneficial because when you get hit by the Vanitas dive with BB strat, it's only his second dive, and that doesn't put you at 1 HP like his final dive does. Unfortunately, Adam getting a regular finisher there, but he is able to get something.
He got an early DM from Vanitas. That's a big thing about Vanitas. He can DM whenever he feels like it, essentially.
Nice time guard there, saving himself.
Right now, he's just kind of waiting for Vanitas to dive, and there you go. He's going to go ahead and dive right there.
Unfortunately, yeah, he's not tailing him, so this will put him at 1 HP. Oh no, he got a good guard off there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just behind in the times, I guess. I still end up at 1 HP during this fight. Unfortunately, it looks like Adam's going to need 4 Spellweavers here. Optimally, this fight ends a little earlier than that.
Good guard.
He did miss
Good
out
reaction.
on some damage on one of the DMs, and that's going to close it up.
Finishing it out.
43.
Yeah.
About 20 seconds behind his PB, so once again, a very solid run. Especially from both of these runners who have not been actively running this category for quite some time. They've just started de-rusting a few days ago.
So this really shows their skill into the game and how much they actually understand it. Good job from BB and Adam, both runners. BB winning it, Adam unfortunately coming up short, but with all of that shit that happened to him, Shib, all of that, he still got a 111.
Yeah, that just goes to show exactly Adam's skill for this this category and this game in general. Even with the death at Goons, getting Raging Storm, and bad boss patterns, like just bad luck, he's still able to, I believe that's a, is that a 4th? I think that's a 4th place time. I think that Cyber's is a little bit shorter than that. Oh, I have leaderboards open. So yeah, Cyber is 111.38, but still, that would be a 5th place time, even with that run right there. So, and that's cutting me by about 2 minutes almost.
All right. So with that being said, guys, we're gonna go ahead and go into interviews, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit this stuff because I'm not done yet. Because I didn't know, I don't know final results until they're done, so I have to go ahead and edit them myself, which is no big deal.
I'm gonna be right back, actually.
Okay, go ahead, and I'm gonna edit this, and then I will move them up here. All right.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Good job on your run, my dude. Good job from both of you guys. Adam, I want to say from everyone that watched this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the game wasn't nice tonight.
No, it wasn't. It was being nothing but mean to you, my friend. And you still got a pretty decent time, so not bad, dude. Not bad. BB, congratulations. Good win. God damn that run, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
28 seconds off of world record. Absolutely really good run. The first thing I want to ask you, honestly, is what made you want to do Pan?
Um, I had a really sick run going, so I just felt like fucking going for it, basically.
Damn. All right, nice. I saw what you did, Adam, and going for Pan, and it should have worked. It just the DPS wasn't there. Unfortunate, my friend.
Well, it's because the force spell revolt didn't do any damage.
Oh, I
And
see.
when Blade gives you that pattern where he goes directly into that circular attack after the force spell revolt, you need to use Peter Pan. Otherwise, you can lose like a minute.
Yeah, I can understand that. So,
Like-
BB, explain to me, what was your mentality going into the run? How were you throughout the entire run, my friend?
I mean, it's winners finals, so I mean, like, you would expect to be like, a little bit shaky at the start, but I kind of just always try to treat it like another attempt. You know what I mean? Just kind of like that calmness, like this could or could not be the run. Just try your best, and that's all you can really do. And that kind of, as soon as I got past a few fights, it got me. I was pretty calm throughout.
Yeah. Well,
That's all I really needed.
All right. Any scary fights in that run where you were just kind of worried that you were gonna mess up on?
Mirror, but that went fine.
Yeah.
I almost died in DS minigame to some stupidity that scared the living hell out of me, but I got out of it alive.
Scared me. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
very close on that one.
We were like, oh god, oh no, got you, take that, it's coming to get you. Oh man.
That's how I feel about that. It's like the hook ship of Aqua Crit.
Yeah.
It's such a huge equalizer how, like, all of a sudden your run can just be taken from you in an instant, and it's really not really your fault, necessarily.
Alright.
Yeah, it's just a terrible part of the run.
Yeah. I hope whoever designed that minigame is, like, demoted. Or got tortured somewhere.
Got cut. You're off the team. You're off the Birth by Sleep team. Volume 2 will not. You will not be a part of it. Adam, how did you feel about your run, man? How were you feeling going into it? How were you feeling during it? Yeah.
Overall, I had a better time than I was expecting since I haven't put much practice into the game recently. I've only done a couple of runs in the past few weeks. Honestly, I'm not too upset with it because most of the stuff that cost me time were things that were out of my control.
Yeah, I saw that.
There were some parts where, like, such as Dragon Mao, or taking off early is something that happens so rarely that it's something I don't plan for. So I didn't react correctly to it.
Well, at least you got a nice little finish with the reaction command. That was a pretty cool swag.
Finish.
You don't
Yeah.
see that one often, so. Anything else?
Blake shouldn't have died during his DM. I don't know how I got that lucky.
Yeah.
Killing him during his DM when he gives you that pattern is extremely lucky, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that backup.
that's,
You were on Fabras, you were meshed in that triangle, you're like, come on, baby.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
think it was possible to get into Spellweaver that quickly and then finish him. I thought you were gonna have to wait that out.
Oh, so wait,
Yeah.
did he Peter Pan like the spinny part, and then while he was teleporting, throw out the Fabras to get the
Yeah.
DM finish? That's crazy.
He teleported really slow, like really
Yeah,
quickly too.
I don't know if I've ever managed that before, but I figured I'd go for it, because why not at that point?
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was pretty awesome. Any parts of the run where you were super scared about?
The one place I died.
The Enchanted
Getting-
Dominion goons.
Yeah, getting the Ice Barrage chest, because I didn't see the goon. I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or if he was hiding under the ledge, but I didn't notice one follow me that time. So I thought I was fine to just dodge roll down.
Oh, and you got stabbed.
Yep.
That's
I actually need to go back and look to see if he was hiding under the ledge or if I just missed him.
I see. Well, great run, gentlemen. Any final words? Thanks. Whatnot?
I might still be here for commentary, just because I kind of want to watch this run, and Shib is like, you know, going to do his match, so I guess I could like take over for him.
We're doing that today?
Is that
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Winner and losers finals are both tonight, and then grand finals are tomorrow.
Oh,
Come on,
fantastic.
Asa. Let's go, dude. We can
Did
do
you not
this.
know that's Ace?
No! I didn't know.
Well,
Someone should read the tweets battle.
I didn't
Alright,
read the
well,
tweets.
I just wanted to
All I saw
say
was
again,
swag.
that these times were incredible for both of you for not actively running this category for quite a while now. Like, even after taking a break for this long, you guys can still pull off times like this.
Yeah.
Aqua Crit is not dead. 107 is possible.
107 is possible, boys.
I just don't want to get it right
It's
now.
just like when Cyber was grinding before the time
Dude,
got smashed.
Grinding this category out sucks. No lie. It's why I'm so apprehensive to run this category.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't end up burnt out on it, so it's probably good that everybody's been taking a break and probably will continue to once the tournament concludes.
But this is definitely the most fun that I had running this category, was like in a race. It's a really good race category, I
Yeah,
think.
it is. Because it's so short. And you're just like, alright, this is... anything goes, boys, let's do this.
Alright, well, I guess
Yeah,
we
yeah.
might want to get this going
Yeah,
so that we can
I'll,
all...
alright, I'm gonna... Alright,
do it
so
now.
everyone is still here. We, in about 20 minutes, are gonna turn the stream back on.